Okay, and while I was at it, subject number two. This is a washing machine pan. It's almost not needed, but the owners requested it. Now it's going to have to go right in front of the tray. And of course, you know, the idea of this pan is if the washing machine internally starts leaking or something, maybe if a hose was to start dripping, it would drip in the pan. The only thing I've seen it save is if the hose is leaking where it screws on to the appliance, you'll drip in the pan. Or if the internal part of the appliance, like the motor, the hose inside the machine may go bad, it'll help you. And I understand why they want it, because we're on the third floor and the water would leak all the way down to the basement and cause tremendous damage. Other than that, it couldn't save you, let's say, if the hose were to break, you know, the washing machine hose. Now, we use braided steel hoses, so least likely to break, but they're braided steel. Check the quality and read the manufacturer's print and fine print on those hoses. They're not the best of high grade of steel. If you find the really, really good ones, they're expensive. I imagine I'm going to find the highest quality I can, because it's the third floor and you wouldn't want that to happen. So anyway, if you look at that, there's a depression in there. And what you're supposed to do is cut a hole in this thing, silicone this adapter. I'll show you. Here's the adapter. You silicone that through the hole, and that's actually 1-inch PVC. Then you can run that to a place. Usually it's an indirect or it's indirect. It'll fall into an indirect like this, my cup for the condensate. Well, because it's laying on the floor, it is too high to, that's too high. Unless they want to put this pan up on a platform, run the pipe along the wall, through the wall, and into there. That would be a quick and dirty way. If there's a counter, but there's going to be a counter here. So how do you do that? You got to cut a hole through the counter. So the other way I'm going to suggest to them is to lay the pan on the floor, put the adapter on, this adapter, cut a hole through the floor, and it would bring you out down here. And if it's only a 1-inch pipe, I will ask the owners again, because they're the engineers. They're the ones who designed this structure. You'll see that in another video. Since it's only a 1-inch pipe, we can bore through, it would be 1, 2, 3 joists, enough to carry a 1-inch pipe. And then I'll put a TY in the condensate. There's going to be a riser. It's going to be an 1.5-inch pipe going all the way to the basement. Put a TY in there, push it down, and glue the drain from the washing machine pan right into the condensate line. And that was my idea, and it was approved by the inspector today. So it hasn't been done, but it will be when he comes back to give the final the actual paperwork. So that's another problem that is done. It's a new one. They threw it out there at the last second, and that one is the way we're going to do it. So that's number 2 down. So we'll go on to number 3, and then we'll look at the code book about crown venting. See ya.